Today we're diving into an important topic that concerns all of us. We'll be talking about how to deal with people who don't respect you. This isn't always easy, especially when faced with hurtful words or actions. However, there is a perspective that can help us stay calm and wise in any situation. That perspective is Stoicism. Stoicism is a philosophy that teaches us not just to be strong, but also to be wise. It offers a clear, practical way of looking at life, which helps us avoid unnecessary suffering and conflict. It provides tools for maintaining inner strength and calm, especially in challenging situations. Today, I'm going to share with you 5 ways Stoicism can help you handle people who don't respect you. By the end of this video, you'll have concrete tools to help you remain calm and unaffected by other people's behavior. Let's get started. 1. Understanding that not everything others do is personal. One of the core principles of Stoicism is that we can't control other people's actions, but we can control our reactions to them. This is a key concept in Stoic philosophy, and it gives us strength in moments when we are confronted with unjust or disrespectful behavior. Why other people's actions aren't personal attacks? Many of us tend to perceive the negative actions of others as personal attacks. For example, if someone ignores you, criticizes you, or says something hurtful, it's easy to feel like this is about you, that you are being devalued or even disrespected. This is a natural reaction because our sense of identity is often tied to how others perceive us. However, Stoicism teaches us that other people's actions are always a reflection of their own thoughts, emotions, and worldview. In other words, when someone behaves disrespectfully, it is not necessarily about you. It is more about their internal state. Perhaps they are stressed, dealing with personal problems, or simply lack the social skills to treat others with respect. In any case, their actions reflect their own internal world, not your worth. Stoic philosophers like Epictetus and Marcus Aurelius often emphasize the importance of separating our own self-worth from the actions of others. When we learn to see others' behaviors as something that is not directly related to us, we free ourselves from unnecessary hurt and frustration. This allows us to remain calm and not get involved in emotional conflict. Real-life example. Imagine you're at work and someone consistently criticizes you or ignores your ideas. The first thing that might come to mind is the feeling that you're not valued or respected. But if you apply the Stoic approach, you might ask yourself, what might be causing this person to behave this way? Perhaps they are having issues at home or struggling with their own work pressures. Maybe they simply don't know how to engage with colleagues properly. It may have nothing to do with you, but rather with their own problems. When you begin to understand that others' actions are often not personal, it frees you from many negative emotions. You stop feeling personally offended, and instead, you start responding with calm. This is a key to achieving inner peace, as advocated by Stoic philosophers. How to apply this in real life? Mindfulness. Before reacting to someone's negative behavior, pause and reflect. Ask yourself, why is this person behaving this way? Try to see the situation from their perspective without taking it personally. Reframing. If someone is being disrespectful, don't take it as proof of your lack of worth. It is just their perception. Consider other factors that might be influencing their behavior. Detachment. The more you can distance yourself from attaching personal meaning to other people's actions, the easier it will be to maintain your inner calm. Remember, everyone has their own story, their own struggles, and their behavior often has little to do with you. So, the first step in dealing with people who don't respect you is understanding that their behavior is not personal. This helps you avoid resentment and not get drawn into emotional arguments. In the next section, we'll talk about how important it is not to try to change others, but rather to focus on how we respond to their actions. Don't try to change others, change your response instead. One of the most powerful lessons Stoicism offers is that we can't control what other people do. We can't change their thoughts, behaviors, or attitudes. What we do have control over is how we respond to them. The Stoic focus on our own reactions. In life, we encounter many people who behave in ways that are hurtful or disrespectful. However, Stoicism teaches that we should not waste our energy trying to change other people. Instead, we should focus on controlling our own reactions to them. This is where true power lies. Imagine a situation where someone insults you, either publicly or privately. Your immediate instinct might be to defend yourself or to retaliate. However, Stoicism teaches that this impulse is a result of allowing external circumstances to dictate your emotional state. The goal is to rise above that knee-jerk reaction and choose a more measured, rational response. Seneca, one of the most famous Stoic philosophers, said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." This means that much of the pain we experience from others is often the result of how we interpret their actions rather than the actions themselves. The key is to control our interpretations and reactions. Real-life example. Let's say you're in a meeting at work and a colleague makes a dismissive comment about your idea. Your immediate reaction might be to feel insulted, to defend yourself, or to feel angry. But if you pause and ask yourself, "What can I control here?" you'll realize that the only thing you can control is your response. You might choose to respond calmly with logic, or you might simply let the comment roll off your back, realizing that their words don't define you. By not reacting impulsively, you avoid escalating the situation and maintain your peace of mind. How to apply this in real life? Pause before reacting. When someone disrespects you, take a moment to breathe and reflect before responding. This pause can prevent you from reacting emotionally and help you choose a more thoughtful response. Ask yourself what you can control. Instead of trying to change the person's behavior, ask yourself, "What can I control here?" Focus on how you respond, not how the other person behaves. Practice emotional regulation. Cultivate emotional discipline by recognizing when your emotions are being triggered. Practice mindfulness and self-control to ensure that you remain calm and rational in challenging situations. By focusing on changing your own responses rather than trying to change others, you regain control over your emotional state. In the next section, we'll explore how focusing on your own values can help you handle disrespectful behavior. Focus on your own values. In life, it's easy to get caught up in what other people think of us. When someone disrespects you, it can be tempting to internalize their judgment and let it affect how you feel about yourself. However, Stoicism teaches us to remain rooted in our own values and sense of self-worth, rather than relying on external validation. The importance of knowing your own worth. One of the central principles of Stoicism is that your self-worth should not be contingent on the opinions of others. If you base your self-esteem on how others treat you, you are allowing external circumstances to dictate your inner state. This leads to a roller coaster of emotions, joy when others praise you, and frustration or sadness when they disrespect you. Instead of seeking approval or fearing disapproval, Stoics encourage us to focus on our own values and principles. This internal compass becomes the foundation of our self-respect, regardless of how others behave toward us. When we know our values and what we stand for, external negativity becomes less impactful because we are no longer relying on others to define us. Real-life example. Imagine you're working on a project with a team, and one of your colleagues dismisses your ideas in front of everyone. If your sense of self-worth is tied to their approval, you might feel humiliated or angry. However, if you are clear about your values, whether it's the importance of honesty, creativity, or hard work, you can remind yourself that your value doesn't depend on their opinion. For example, if you know that you are contributing meaningfully to the project, that your ideas are grounded in good intentions, and that you have worked hard, their disrespectful behavior won't shake your confidence. You will stand firm in the belief that you are doing your best, regardless of how others respond. How to apply this in real life? Clarify your core values. Take time to reflect on what truly matters to you. These might be honesty, integrity, kindness, or any other values that guide your life. When you know your core values, you are less likely to be swayed by external judgment. Don't rely on external validation. While it's natural to seek approval from others, try to practice self-validation. Remind yourself that your worth is intrinsic and not determined by others' opinions. Practice self-affirmation. Regularly affirm your own strengths, abilities, and values. This will help you build resilience against disrespect and criticism from others. When you stay focused on your own values, external negativity becomes less significant. You realize that how others treat you says more about them than it does about you. In the next section, we'll discuss how mindfulness and forgiveness can help you let go of resentment and move on from hurtful encounters. Use mindfulness and forgiveness. In Stoicism, forgiveness is seen as a key component of personal freedom. When someone disrespects us, holding on to anger or resentment only serves to harm ourselves. It traps us in negative emotions, preventing us from moving forward. Instead, Stoics encourage us to practice mindfulness and forgiveness to maintain our peace of mind. The power of letting go. Mindfulness is about being fully present in the moment and acknowledging your emotions without judgment. It allows you to recognize when negative feelings arise and to observe them without being swept away by them. When someone disrespects you, instead of reacting immediately, mindfulness gives you the space to choose how you respond. Forgiveness, in the Stoic sense, is not about excusing the wrongdoer or condoning bad behavior. It's about releasing the hold that resentment has on you. By forgiving others, you free yourself from the emotional burden of carrying anger or bitterness. This is essential for your own emotional well-being. Real-life example. Let's say a friend makes a hurtful comment and it stings. You might initially feel angry or upset, but by practicing mindfulness, you can step back and observe your emotions. Rather than reacting impulsively, you allow yourself to process the hurt without attaching unnecessary meaning to it. Through mindfulness, you might recognize that the person's behavior reflects their own issues or stress, not something that requires your anger in return. Forgiveness comes into play when you choose not to carry the resentment. You might not forget the incident, but by letting go of the negative emotions associated with it, you regain your inner peace. This process doesn't excuse the wrong behavior, but helps you move forward without being weighed down by it. How to apply this in real life? Practice mindfulness. When you feel disrespected, take a moment to pause and breathe. Acknowledge your emotions without letting them control you. Observe your thoughts and feelings with detachment, so you can choose a calm, rational response. Let go of resentment. Understand that holding on to anger or resentment is like carrying a heavy burden. Forgiveness is not for the person who wronged you. It's for your own peace of mind. By releasing negative emotions, you free yourself from unnecessary suffering. Develop emotional resilience. Use mindfulness as a tool to build emotional resilience. The more you practice detachment from negative emotions, the easier it will be to stay calm and composed in the face of disrespect. Through mindfulness and forgiveness, you learn to release the power that other people's actions have over you. You take control of your emotional well-being and maintain your peace of mind, regardless of how others behave. In the next section, we'll explore how developing inner strength and resilience can help you navigate life's challenges, including disrespect from others. Build inner strength and resilience. One of the core ideas in Stoic philosophy is that life is full of challenges and adversity is inevitable. However, Stoicism teaches us that we can use these challenges to build inner strength and resilience. When we encounter disrespectful people, rather than letting it undermine us, we can choose to use it as an opportunity for growth. Embracing adversity as a path to growth. The Stoics believe that hardship is not something to avoid, but something to embrace as a way to build character. Challenges, whether they come in the form of disrespect, criticism, or difficult situations, are opportunities to practice virtues like patience, humility, and self-control. Mediating on the nature of hardship helps us prepare for it, so when we face adversity, we can meet it with a sense of purpose rather than frustration. The Stoics often said that obstacles are not barriers, but chances to demonstrate our resilience and virtue. Real-life example. Think of a time when you faced a difficult or disrespectful situation. Maybe a colleague belittled your efforts, or a friend betrayed your trust. In the moment, it may have felt devastating, but upon reflection, you might realize that this experience gave you an opportunity to grow stronger. By choosing not to react impulsively, by focusing on your own values and maintaining your calm, you built emotional resilience. Over time, these experiences strengthen your ability to face future challenges with greater wisdom and grace. How to apply this in real life? View challenges as opportunities. Instead of seeing disrespect or adversity as something to avoid or fear, reframe it as an opportunity to develop your character. Use these moments to practice patience, humility, and emotional control. Cultivate mental toughness. Strengthen your ability to remain calm under pressure by exposing yourself to small challenges regularly. This builds mental toughness and prepares you for bigger obstacles. Practice gratitude for difficulties. When you face adversity, practice gratitude for the opportunity to grow. Remember that each challenge, no matter how difficult, is a chance to become a better version of yourself. By building inner strength and resilience, you learn to embrace life's challenges with a sense of purpose, knowing that each experience, even the negative ones, contributes to your growth. In the next section, we'll conclude by summarizing the key points and offering a final reflection on how Stoicism can help us navigate disrespect and maintain our inner peace. To summarize, handling people who don't respect you is not about changing them, it's about changing your response to them. Stoicism offers powerful tools to help you maintain your inner peace in the face of adversity. Understanding that others' actions are not personal, this allows you to free yourself from unnecessary emotional turmoil. Focusing on changing your response rather than trying to change others, by controlling your reactions, you regain your power. Staying grounded in your own values. Your self-worth should come from within, not from others' opinions. Practicing mindfulness and forgiveness. These tools help you let go of resentment and move on from hurtful encounters. Building inner strength and resilience. Challenges are opportunities for growth, helping you develop emotional resilience. By applying these Stoic principles in your daily life, you'll become more equipped to deal with disrespectful people and situations. Instead of letting others' behavior define you, you'll remain steadfast in your own peace and principles. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more content. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.